Hello and welcome to another episode of Put Me in Coach on episode 57, Diamondbacks versus Mariners, Game 2. Pretty much of the lineup is just exactly the same than yesterday. Just looking at the stats, we really did not do so well in offense, and we did not score that much. That's for sure. The just our hits just didn't really give opportunity to get some runs off of the Mariners pitchers and stuff. So the only people got a base hit is Adrian Castro, Ryan Wolfsmith, and Vargas, and that's it. But the other chance enough, we've been on it. It's probably walks, whatever, here and there, but not too much on the offense. So this won't look good at all for the Diamondbacks at all. Pitching wise, of enough. Starting lineup for the Diamondbacks: Ryan Nelson went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, struck out 3, no walks, and gave up 5 runs. So not looking good. Probably not his best overall and stuff. And pretty much the Mariners were just relying on Nelson today and stuff. And then the Mariners starting pitcher was Brian Wu. Went 7 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 9, walked none, gave up none. So he had a really phenomenal day and stuff. And yeah, he gave it advantage enough against the Diamondbacks offense, and he went for it and stuff. He went all the way to the 7th inning. He didn't really give up many hits, only 2, and that was only Adrian Castro and also trying to figure out who else was it. Probably Vargas, maybe, who knows. But that's pretty much of it from him and stuff. And then trucking out 9. So that was pretty much of that. There was a time where I honestly didn't like it, but who cares anymore and stuff. But there was a time where Gabe Marino was up the plate, and Marino was very, very close enough to get hit by a pitch. And then, fortunately enough, Wu had a perfect game in around like in the 4th or the 5th inning or whatever and stuff. And the Mariners challenge on the hit by pitch and stuff, and I guess Marino didn't really sell it as he got hit and stuff, but fortunately enough, the review of the challenge on hit by pitch went overviewed of him not getting hit by pitch and stuff, so it hit the bat instead, like the knob of the bat. So it was a little disappointing enough of we didn't get the free base of getting hit by pitch and stuff, because if he did get hit by pitch, then that means enough Brand Wu lose his pitch his pitching, his perfect game, I meant to say, and stuff, and then he has a no-hitter overall and stuff. And then fortunately for the backup, for Marino to keep batting and stuff. And then fortunately Rue struck out Marino and stuff for another strikeout, because this was the time when he had 7 strikeouts at this point and stuff. And then I saw a little smirk on Wu of it now, because his perfect game is still going, and so he just yeah, you got lucky at this time, bro. Like, you were very, very close to hitting my catcher. Fortunately it did not hit him because it hit the knob of the bat and stuff. And yeah, you got a lucky strikeout on this point enough. So fortunately enough for me, for not seeing my team not performing well and stuff, just didn't like the smirk, because he got away from it and stuff. So you got lucky. So unfortunately enough of that and stuff. And it doesn't even matter of enough, because Adrian Castro came over and stuff, and basically ruined his perfect game right on the same inning where Marino struck out. So it doesn't even matter of enough. His perfect game would be over anyways if Marino got hit by pitch or let a player getting a base hit and stuff. So fortunately enough, terrible for Marino getting struck out and helping Wu to get more strikes, in the game and stuff. But doesn't matter, whatever and stuff. I'm just giving my own opinion. I didn't like the smirk in a way. He felt like he had kind of enjoyed that. Where enough of I struck you out by not really hitting you by hit by pitch and stuff. Sometimes enough. Next time, hey, how about you be careful because we hit you of enough. Fortunately, you hit a home run off of us, Luke Rayleigh. Don't forget that and stuff. You had 2 home runs, by the way, and stuff. And also, did you just hit my third baseman in the elbow? While he just came back from the IL, now he's back on the IL. Yeah, don't forget about this. Don't forget what you actually going to do from other teams. Because I won't. I won't forget this. I'm not trying to set up a threat or anything, but I'm just saying enough of just, hey, how about we be careful next time? I get, Ryan Nelson hit Luke Rayleigh and stuff, but, to be honest enough, what was worse? Nolan Arenado or Luke Rayleigh? And then Brand Wu almost hit Gabe Marino, and it was not even hit by pitch because it had the bat of the end of the bat or something. What are we doing? So think about enough of what you did to us and what we're gonna do to you, and then you try to come back on us enough. By the way, you're winning the game. Did you win the game yesterday? Absolutely, because your teammate just absolutely went a walk-off hit off of us. If you wanted to say it enough, yeah, tough luck. Okay. Sure. And currently of enough, your ace is not pitching in the game. That's not your ace. Your ace is Logan Gilbert or George Kirby. There's 2 other pitchers is better than Brand Wu. And in my opinion, Brand Wu should be the ace for the managers. The Mariners. So, and if you want to understand that, Diamondbacks did better on George Kirby than yesterday, where enough of they were struggling today with Brand Wu. Because Brand Wu is dominating. Just showing the facts, okay? My opinion, whatever, here and there. I just didn't like the smirk, okay? That's what I'm just talking about. I don't like the smirk. I'm glad you got your perfect game got hit. Don't hit my players. We won't hit yours. That's the fact. So yeah. So Brand Wu just did good today. It was his day. Bullpen for the Diamondbacks, Ryan Thompson, and then Taylor Clark, and that's pretty much it. And they did good as well. We went to scoring and stuff. So pretty much the rest is mostly the Mariners and stuff because Diamondbacks did score, but it was just, again, it was late in the 9th and stuff, and it was just a wild pitch at the very end, and Perdomo scored, but don't want to talk about it. We just did right now, but most of the score on my homework right now and stuff is Luke Rayleigh with a solo home run to make it 1-0 in bottom of the 2nd. Yeah, but you hit 2 home runs on us. Good for you. And then you just got hit by a pitch? Okay. Yeah, so don't hit off of us. Well, Ryan Ryan shouldn't hit you at all, so I totally understand that from here to there and stuff. Former Diamondbacks Dominic Calzone hitting a solo home run to make it 2-0, bottom of the second, and then Cole Emerson hit a solo home run to make it 3-0 in bottom of the third, and then Julio Rodriguez hit a solo home run to make it 4-0 bottom of the third. That's the only that I'm going to talk about. 4 straight solo home runs off Nelson. That's not okay for us. So we lost this game. The final score is 1-5. Now our record is 31-26. I think I had the record loss from yesterday as 31-24, and I didn't change it. It's supposed to be for 25 for yesterday, but I don't think I had it at that time. So now it's at 26. Loss for us and stuff. So it just didn't really go the way we wanted because Brand Wu just did good and stuff. Those are the facts enough of if your pitching is going to do well and then your offense is going to do well, you're going to win the game no matter what and stuff. And for us, it was the opposite and stuff. So fortunately enough, we lost the series and stuff. The last time we lost the series was against the Rangers. And you know how that happened because of a walk-off hit. It's kind of doing the same thing like yesterday. It's what it is. Also, it's the AL West. We're NL West as well, but it's whatever and stuff. Progress, proving a little bit more. It's just like we need to, hopefully enough, we don't get swept for tomorrow and stuff. I know it's an early game and stuff. Kelly's gonna pitch. So fortunately, just for that, we just cannot allow to get swept here and stuff. It'll be looking bad. So we gotta just go out on offense for tomorrow and get some hits, get some runs. You know, that's what we gotta do right now because we did not have our form today and stuff. So that's pretty much of that. And stuff. We've done it before. It's just, again, I think in this team is just going on a hot streak right now and stuff. They're just one above a 500. So honestly enough, yeah, it's not good, but they're coming along. I understand we came along too because we kind of gave a little advantage of the Rockies and the Giants, and now they're kind of it. But we shouldn't be in that way of enough. The Mariners are still a good team overall and stuff, especially enough with their first place in their division, and we're still in third place in our division as well. So totally understand enough of they're getting hot at this point and stuff. And then pitching wise, I wouldn't say nothing. It's just the starting pitching. It's the only focus we would talk about and stuff. Nelson did his best enough of it, but it's just the offense just never came in to do anything to get us back in the game, and just having a 5-0, and then fortunately for Perdomo to score on a wild pitch and stuff, just doesn't really show much of enough for the Diamondbacks to win this game and stuff. So it just totally looked like we're going to lose, and unfortunately losing the series. So yeah, I would give credit for Brand Wu just by pitching well and stuff because he's a dominant pitcher. He's been doing that ever since he got to the Mariners. So that's pretty much of that, and we just didn't do our game, and hopefully enough for tomorrow we won't get swept. And if we do, then we do. I can't do about it and stuff. So that's pretty much of that. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.